Yee. Way up.
Woo, yo, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. Happy Tuesday, and we back together again.
We back
Mano's here.
together.
No, Mano. Oh, you got these. Where these Hustle Hard hats come from?
You like that? Shout out to
Is that
Best
new?
Style Fly. Yeah, this is a brand new collab with Best Style Fly.
Oh,
My
I
name's
like
Steve.
that.
Yeah.
I love Best Style
Hustle.
Fly.
That's right. It's
Okay.
a brand new collab, baby.
All right, I got to get one.
You have to.
Okay.
I got you.
But anyway, we are going to have some special guests joining us. And I know you know Marvin Bing. And so we're both doing this Just Us.
Right.
This whole summit that they
Right.
have going on, talking about
Panels.
re-entry panels.
Right.
I'm hosting a luncheon alongside Bria Baker. So shout out to her. That's going to be happening on Thursday. What are you doing?
I'm doing a morning event Thursday morning.
Okay. Oh, so we'll both be there Thursday.
Yeah. But I'm
All
gonna
right.
leave tomorrow night though.
Well, Marvin Bing, who is the founder, is going to be joining us today just to talk about the movement that they have. And it all kind of centers around the voices, experiences, and the brilliance of people who have been directly impacted by the justice system, yourself included.
Yes, indeed.
All right, well, let's shine a light and spread some love and positivity. 800-292-5150. Call us up. Let us know who you want to shine a light on. It's Way Up.
I'ma shine. I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my guy, Mano.
Way up, man.
And today I want to shine a light on somebody who I met yesterday, Eric F. King. That's his social media page is to Eric F. King. He was actually at Coffee Uplifts People, but he is a coach and he helps you take your speaking career to the next level. So he does this whole speakers experience where they do a photo shoot, videography. It's like a virtual studio, and it's fully equipped, and they actually help you get content for your sizzle reels, for your website, for social media pages. And this actually helps people with branding themselves and with sales and engaging with people, and networking, which is one of the most important things. So he also helps you when it comes to being able to speak in public and coaching you through that. But then also that leads to helping you generate more sales when you can actually get in front of audiences, know how to speak, and and it's like a virtual stage, so you can then use that content and post it, and also helping you be booked on like different podcasts and different platforms to help you with that. You know, speaking is like a fear for a lot of people in public.
Everybody can do it.
Everybody can do it, but they
It's like
have
media
to,
training, basically.
Yeah, it's
I
kind
used
of
to
like
get that.
it's still scary to get up in front of people.
It is.
And talk.
But you do it very well.
It depends. Like different
You do it
situations
very
make me more.
well.
We'll talk about it later. But anyway, who do you want to shine a light on?
Shine the light.
800-292-5150. Mello, what's good?
Easy, what's
You
the
forgot
word?
about me, man.
Never that. That's why I'm calling you right now to shine a light on you and your greatness. You feel me? I'm shining a light on the whole Way Up with Yee's team, staff, and mother effing crew. And if you're down with Way Up with Yee, then shine a light on you too.
Oh, okay. Everything got to be a little rhyme, don't it?
You feel me? Like somebody got to do it.
Mello, thank you so much. We appreciate you. You a day one.
Of course. You know what I mean? I'm about to stop by the Coffee Uplift People in an hour, and I'm going to send me a staff. You know what I mean? Give them something to smile about on this rainy day.
I'm going to be there tonight, and we got a watch party on Thursday. We're going to watch the mayoral debates together if you want to come.
I am there.
Okay.
And I'm going to bring my girl for you.
Bring her. Bring it through. Let's go.
I got you.
Thanks, Mello.
Anytime, Yeezy.
Well, that was Shine a Light, 800-292-5150. And as you know, the BET Awards were on last night. So I know throughout the show we'll be talking about different moments. But when we come back, I want to focus on what Doechii had to say when she was up on that stage. It's Way Up.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip. Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Talk to 'em.
Yo, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with Mano.
Yeah.
Did you watch the BET Awards last night?
Nah, I missed it.
All right, well, I'll give you some highlights. You know, Kevin Hart was hosting. He had some
Right.
great, funny moments. There was one part where he was dressed up as Usher, and he had the cherry in the audience, and everybody was like, no. And then him and Kerry Washington had a cute moment. But here is Kevin Hart talking about after parties.
Also, I'm gonna do my part. I'm shutting down the idea of after parties. No after parties tonight. Take your asses home after this. That's why I did it on a Monday. That's where gets slippery at them goddamn after parties. We're learning a lot about people, ain't we? We're learning a lot. No yachts, no boats. Cardi B, no pink stuff.
Oh, pink stuff.
Okay. All right. In addition to that, it was interesting because this was downtown, the BET Awards, and this is also where a lot of the protests have been happening in LA. And so this is based off of ICE,
right?
Basically, just
right,
going full throttle on everybody and instilling a lot of fear in people. Even though some people are waiting for their due process, a lot of programs getting shut down, a lot of confusion. Well, Doechii was on stage, and there's no way you could ignore what's happening. Here's what she had to say as she accepted the BET Award for Best Female Hip-Hop Artist.
Trump is using military forces to stop a protest. And I want y'all to consider what kind of government it appears to be when every time we exercise our democratic right to protest, the military is deployed against us. People are being swept up and torn from their families. And I feel it's my responsibility as an artist to use this moment to speak up for all oppressed people.
Man, I want to say I appreciate the fact that she did that so much. And I
I
think
love that.
the message that people are missing, because they're like, yeah, I'm standing with Trump on immigration. These people shouldn't be here. It's interesting that you steal the land and then want to say who can and can't come. Then y'all don't need to be here
Let's not
either.
forget that.
Yeah, let's never forget
Ever.
that. But let's also realize that a lot of people are trying to do things the right way, and there's no due process, and people are being shipped out and torn apart from their families. Unjustly. And so there has to be some type of process, and that's the problem. You can't just round people up, scare them, and it's only a certain group of people. When the white South Africans wanted to come here and Elon Musk said that they're being oppressed, it was doors wide open. Just some things to think about. Now, another thing that happened, it was the 106 and Park reunion. That was such a huge deal. Unfortunately, AJ didn't make it. And I saw some people acting like it was a conspiracy, like him and Free don't get along because Free was there, but she wasn't present for an interview before. Well, he posted when you're on a plane and your phone blows up because you missed a huge night for the best and livest audience in the world. So it looks like he tried to make it.
So he didn't land in time.
He didn't land in time. There was a lot of confusion too with all of the protests, a lot of flight delays.
Right.
There were weather, issues. I know when we were going out there with Jasmine Brand, her flight was delayed like 8 hours. So there were a lot of issues. Now, Roxy also posted, because she wasn't there either. And she said, I'm so sorry if I let you down. Just know I tried everything possible to be a part of the 106 and Park reunion. But she did say, on the topic of platforms, I'm currently about to embark on one of the biggest stages of my career. I hope you will support this new project. More details coming as soon as I can announce it. So just know it was because of an immediate job opportunity I was unable to take part in the reunion. But she did acknowledge the huge role that BET played in her becoming who she is today. Now, another thing that BET did was they announced 106 and Sports. It's a spinoff of 106 and Park that's hosted by Cam Newton and Ashley Nicole Moss. And here is what Cam Newton had to say.
106 and Sports is about more than scores and statistics. It's about the culture around the game, players, the personality, and of course, the fashion. But most importantly, it's about the fans.
All right, so a lot of things going down at BET last night. We'll be talking more about that, I'm sure. About last night is coming up next, so we can discuss some more things. And we'll hear what you did, Mano, because you've been outside, as usual. It is what it is, but you've been in the gym. It's way up.
So, about last night. Here's how it went down.
It's way up with Angela Yee, and it's time for About Last Night. And what did you do, Mano?
I was at the studio for a little while. That's why I missed the awards. So I didn't get a chance to watch it. Shout out to Lil SNS. I was in the studio with him and Yonkers.
You know what I haven't had a chance to talk about? I was watching the BET Awards last night. And by the way, Kendrick won 5, so he had a nice little run at the BET Awards. Kevin Hart was like, just take them all. But did you watch Straw yet, that Tyler Perry movie?
Yeah.
Now, I want to know.
Very extra. You want to know
I want to know your thoughts about Straw, because I watched it too.
You want to know?
Yeah.
I just don't know who life is that bad. Like, she lost her job, her daughter, her car, got accused of murder, killed 2 people, robbed a bank, all on one day. Like, all on one day. Like, not even a week. Like, all on one day. All this happened on one day, like in an 8-hour time.
All right. Aside from that, But you're right. That was a lot.
That's a lot, man. I like to watch things that reflect reality. Now, I understand that this is struggle. We grew up in the struggle. We understand struggle. I watched my mother struggle. But at the same time, it was just like overkill. Like, it was just like, damn.
It was like, can she get a break?
Really? Like that? Whose life is that bad?
You know, my friend Akeem hit me. He was like, I hated the ending. But I want to say a couple of things about it. You did watch the whole thing, so it did have your.
At the end, but what happened?
It did have your attention enough that you watched the whole thing, right? I thought Taraji did an amazing job acting.
Yes.
And I also thought Sherry Shepherd and Tiana Taylor, what I did like was with these black women, the empathy that they had for each other's situations, right? Like coming into the bank, you having a tough day. She's like, Sherry Shepherd's character who manages the bank was definitely understanding of her situation. She knows she can look at Taraji and know her. She's been coming to this bank. You know, life is rough for her and she's trying to do the right thing. And then even with Tiana Taylor, she was the one person.
Right. She was the cop, right?
That was actually understanding and giving her some grace.
Yeah.
And so I think that dynamic was great. But you're right, it wasn't really long. When you put it all together like that, it was a long, hard day. But it is the #1 movie right now.
On Netflix.
On Netflix, Straw. I want to get anybody who watched it, what is your opinion on Straw? If you guys watch Straw, you know, that's very talked about. It's the #1 movie on Netflix right now. I see tons of criticism, but I see tons of praise as well. I want to get your honest thoughts on Straw. 800-292-5150. Call us up. That's 800-292-5150. It's way up.
We're about to do this. One of the most famous women in radio. We're talking about Angela Yee. You're way up with Angela Yee. Please believe that.
All right, it's way up, and Mano's here. I'm here. You Mano! And we're talking about Tyler Perry's Straw, #1 on Netflix in the U.S. Also, #1 in the U.K., Canada, Australia, Ireland, Germany, Iceland, Italy, and all the countries in Africa. Damn near.
On fire, then.
It's on fire, and so you just felt like she had a terrible day.
I just felt like it was just like, too much in one day. I'm not here standing on.
You ever feel like you had a day that everything went wrong?
No, not like that. Losing your child, your car, your freedom, robbing banks, killing 2 people.
Although some people at the end don't know what happened at the end. You got to watch the full thing to understand, like, some things are a little bit up in the air, you know? I will say I was watching it in LA, BET Awards weekend while I was getting my makeup done, and I had to take a moment because it was very sad. Like, it just felt like, whew.
You took a moment. You got pulled in. Yeah.
There's no way you could watch that movie for real and not feel emotional.
I guess
but the one thing I did like about it was the 3 black women having empathy for each other when everybody else was not understanding. Tiana Taylor's a cop. She had gave her the benefit of the doubt.
She did.
When no one else was doing that, and understanding how awful the police treated her, everything, and then even seeing Sherry Shepherd as the manager of the bank also being like, it's okay, treating her as a human being.
I guess I'm taking it literal. And it's
a village.
It shouldn't be taken literal.
Right. Yeah, I think it's representative.
Like, maybe it's representative of just the struggle. Although maybe I feel like maybe that struggle could have stretched out for a month.
Well, Shanice, what are your thoughts on Straw?
Personally, I loved it. I felt like there was a deep message, but I feel like it did go over a lot of people's heads, you know, with all the criticism.
So what was the message in your words?
To just be kind to people and give them grace. Like, you never know what somebody is going through. People love to call women strong, and I feel like it's a compliment, but at the same time, is that really like the biggest compliment I have for women? Because
not strong by choice,
single mothers,
strong by necessity.
Yeah, like single mothers really have it hard. Like, she just had one kid, and she was facing so many adversities all on her own. So it's definitely hard. Now, I'm not going to take that away because it's hard as hell with one child, but I have 4. And luckily, I have a village, but I also know how it feels to not have anybody either. Because I haven't always had the support I have.
Okay, well, listen, that perspective, I love that you called and told us that, because I do feel like I saw a lot of people that were like in tears watching this movie because it resonated with them so much about how some days you have the hardest day ever and you got to still keep on pushing. All right, well, thank you for calling. I appreciate your perspective.
You're welcome, y'all. Have a good day.
You too. Hey, Battle, how are you?
Good morning. I'm way up. Okay.
Good morning. So I want to know what you thought about Straw.
I really enjoyed the movie. Flawless production.
Okay.
But the one part that hit home for me is the grief part.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've been dealing with a lot of grief. I lost a few people in 1 year and then a few people in 1 month. And I went through the hallucinations. I went through a lot of the things that I saw the character go through. So it hit home. But I've come to the other side of that with a lot of counseling, grief groups, and using my family. Like, she didn't have nobody.
Right. I think so many black women in particular related to this movie so much because they saw pieces of themselves in that situation.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for calling, because I see Tyler Perry getting a lot of flack and like, oh, why does he keep on doing this? But again,
well, she is the mental health actress.
Yeah.
That's what she does. I expected it.
Taraji's the mental health actress. Okay, love it. Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
All right. Well, you guys, thanks for calling. 800-292-5150. You can always leave a message for last word, because I know a lot of people are passionate and talking about Tyler Perry and his movies. And we're talking about Straw. Divorced Sisters also. They had a preview yesterday after the BET Awards, and he was there too. When we come back, we have your Yee Tea. And let's talk about Diddy and this mistrial. The judge said they would give an answer today. We'll tell you what that answer is. It's way up.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yee Tea. Come and get the tea.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my guy, Mano.
Yeah.
All right, as you know, let's get into this Yee Tea. Diddy, they were trying to get a mistrial. They did another motion for a mistrial. Well, the judge has said no. Thumbs down for that. It's the 20th day of this trial, and that mistrial is not going to happen yet again. They're going to keep on trying, but the judge is not having it. Now, Little Durk has also been denied bail again in this whole murder for hire case, so he will still remain in custody as he's awaiting his October trial for now. Just giving y'all updates on everything. All right, now let's get into Kai Cenat and Wale. This was interesting to me because I see a lot of people feeling like, well, maybe Kai Cenat really doesn't know who Wale is, and people having conversations about like, well, how could he not know him? Because that's what I would think. I think everybody knows Wale. Wale's had hits, for a long time. Right. I know out of this we're going to play On Chill, Wale and Jeremiah, which is a hit, a smash. And he's had like not just regular songs, but hits. But anyway, here is what happened as right after Wale ran into Kai Cenat. They spoke, but apparently Kai Cenat had no idea who he was. Here's what happened.
What up, Rusty? You good? What you playing on your Nintendo Switch? Smash Bros? I'll beat you. Yeah. Wale. Oh my God, that was somebody crazy. Hey, the whole chat knows him. Wale? What he do? Rap. Oh, word?
This is at the BET Awards.
I thought they was joking at first.
All right. Well, after that, Wale do not play.
Do not.
And Wale went up to him at the awards and confronted him about, I guess, that went viral after Kai Cenat didn't know who he was. And here's what Wale said to him.
That making me look crazy right now, just let you know. My bad, bro. They running with it, but we'll talk later.
He said, we'll talk later. But
Wale get a little sensy,
But you know what? People are acting like he threatened him or something. I don't know that was a threat.
It wasn't.
It was just him like feeling away.
He felt the way.
Because I'm sure people was weighing in on all of that.
Unless this is all a part of a marketing scheme.
No, I don't think so.
And then he drops the album. It's called Who's Wale? Think about it.
Wale.
That would be crazy. Who's Wale?
The whole stream knows who he is.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Which is the most important thing.
And then he end up on Kai Cenat's stream.
The most important thing is that everybody, but that didn't look like a chance running. That would be too. And Wale also don't be playing around like that. I feel like
this might be all of a part of us.
Well, you know what?
Plan.
Let's refresh anybody out there who has no idea who Wale is, because Wale got hits on hits on hits, and I don't like that y'all making him feel like he don't want to come back outside again, because he will go into hibernation. Here's Until, Wale and Jeremiah. Under the Radar is next.
Got news. This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Oh, Mano. I'm here with my guy, Mano. He always uses my microphone stand as a stand for his phone. Mm-hmm. All right, well, let's do some of these under the radar stories. And this story shocked a lot of people in this room, so I know y'all are going to be shocked. The wealthiest city in the world. What city is that? Because... And this is not just in the U.S., in the world, the wealthiest city. Well, number 1 on the list is New York City. Can you believe that? There's over 384,000 millionaires, 818 centimillionaires, that means over 100 million, and 66 billionaires. And so that made us the wealthiest city in the world. Can you believe that?
Crazy.
Yeah, so there's 50 cities that they have on the top list, and 11 of them are actually in the United States. Number 2 is the Bay Area. 3 is Tokyo. Number 4 is Singapore, followed by Los Angeles, London, Paris, Hong Kong, Sydney, and then Chicago is also on that list. So shout out to Chicago for making that richest city in the world, wealthiest city in the world. So yeah, great list to be on. Another thing that you guys will be excited about is drone service. Walmart is expanding their drone service. So if you want to get deliveries from a drone, they're going to be expanding their 30-minute drone delivery service to 100 additional locations.
How does that work? They flying things on the drone?
Yeah. And they'll deliver it to you. So now that service is going to be coming to Atlanta, Charlotte, Houston, Orlando, and Tampa. No. It is not here yet. But right now it's available in Dallas, Fort Worth, and Northwest Arkansas. So they're going to keep on expanding. We need that here, though, with traffic. I need a drone delivery service to get me to work. Like, I wish a drone could pick me up and drop me off here.
Maybe that's coming.
Listen, when I used to work at another place where Howard Stern was, he took a helicopter to work every day.
Really?
Yep. He lived in Martha's Vineyard.
How come we can't have a helicopter? Put that in the paperwork.
For real. And he had his own elevator. In addition to that, so he never had to interact with anyone. Wow. All right, well, that is your Under the Radar. Now, we do have the Way Up mix at the top of the hour, plus the founder of Just Us, Marvin Bing, is going to be joining us. Both Mano and I are participating in the summit that's coming up that's actually this week, and we're really excited about it, so we'll be talking about that initiative. It's Way Up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee,
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way Up.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. It's me and Mano. It's time for Yee T. Are we ready? First of all, we got to show some love to Macklemore. There was an issue where there was a home invasion at his house. The kids were in bed when somebody broke in. It's all caught on video. This is in Seattle, so they got a lot of jewelry. They also maced the nanny while the kids were in the house. So there's dramatic doorbell footage. It's on TMZ. You can see the nanny. She's shaking. She's banging on a neighbor's door. It was 2 men that were wearing black outfits, vests, and face masks that broke into the house. This happened early Saturday morning. They broke in through the patio door. Isn't that awful? That is one of the scariest things. That make you want to move.
Yeah, you have to at that point.
Yeah, they took her phone. They threw her to the ground. She bit one of them and then ran out of the house, and the 3 kids were inside. She did escape without injuries, but by the time the cops came, they were already gone, and Macklemore was not there. He's in Ireland. So imagine you're already in another country, and this is happening at home. And I just want to give an update on Wale and what happened with him and Kai Cenat, where he ran up on him. And, yeah, he was upset Kai Cenat didn't know him. The reason he was upset, he said, was because they had played in a football game together.
Celebrity game.
Yeah, celebrity football game. So he felt like
met already.
We've met. It wasn't even about him being famous. It was more like we played in a game together.
So maybe he forgot him, or maybe he didn't know who he was then.
Or maybe he meets so many people, he just... I
don't know.
All right, now speaking of the BET Awards, Jamie Foxx, he was getting his Ultimate Icon Award, and his acceptance speech, when I tell you emotional, people crying, here's what he said.
When I saw the memoriam, I was like, man, that could have been me. I don't know why I went through what I went through, but I know my second chance I'm not going to turn down. I have so much love to give. I told him, I said, man, just give me one more crack at this. And I promise, I said, whatever reason you put this on me, I promise I'm gonna do right.
Man, that was incredible to watch. And, for him to be up there with Stevie Wonder and still be funny throughout it all. Him talking about everything he's been through. He almost did not make it, literally.
Yeah.
Mariah Carey also got her first ever BET Award, her BET Ultimate Icon Award. And here's what she said.
I heard this is actually my first BET Award. And I mean, if you're going to get one, might as well start with the Ultimate Icon Award. My life and career have been quite the adventure. It took me a while, but I finally realized that life is far too short to live for anyone else's approval, which is something I always did.
She also performed her last single, which is Type Dangerous, that we premiered last week too.
Is that the one with Rakim?
Yes, there she sampled Rakim. Eric B is president.
Yeah.
All right, so shout out to all of them. Shout out to Kirk Franklin, who got an Ultimate Icon Award, and Snoop Dogg as well. Amazing speeches. Make sure y'all go watch all of those online. Oh, and lastly, you know who wasn't there? Kanye. Apparently, he's filed a trademark to change his name again from Ye to Yay Yay.
Yay Yay.
Yay Yay. Yay Yay. All right, well, that is your Yee Tea. And when we come back, we got Ask Yee. 800-292-5150. It's me and the award-winning, advice-giving Mano. We're here to help you out. It's Way Up.
Yay, yay.
Here I go. Hey, everybody, whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts. So you should know. This is Ask Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Mano's in the building. He's here to give you that unfiltered advice.
The greatest.
The greatest. And we have somebody who wants to be anonymous on the line. Hello, darling. How are you?
Hello, Miss Yee. How are you?
I'm good. And listen, I'm the nice one, so let's see what Mano has to say about your question.
I'm nice too.
About your question today.
I just want to know, should I take him back? And I asked this question because I just found out that he's my ex now. I just found out he was cheating. Mm-hmm. He pocket dialed me and recorded it on his voicemail.
You heard him having sex with somebody else?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
Our anniversary is next month, and I'm just torn because he swears that it was just the one time, it was a mistake, I love you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just really not buying it. I think it happened more than one time, and I really just don't know what to do. Like, I'm going through the phase of no contact now, and I just really don't know what to do.
You just told me you're not buying it. You believe he lied to you. So, to me, you do know what to do. It's just not what you want to do.
Right.
And sometimes what you know you need to do is not always the easiest thing. A lot of times it's the hardest thing. And if you take him back, you can only blame yourself for giving somebody another chance who you know is lying to you.
He had me thinking we were great. Like, we weren't beefing or at odds or anything. So I'm still shocked about it.
So he got caught one time. He cheated one time. I mean, you can forgive him and you could possibly join in with him. I mean, I don't know how you feel about that, but.
All right, Mano. See, I don't want to talk to you no more.
Oh, wow.
She's hurting. And here's the thing, though. You know, you're saying this is just the one time. Imagine if he wouldn't have pocket dialed you. You'd still be just in bliss. It's always scary to me when people cheat and things are great.
Exactly. And then when I confronted him, he couldn't say anything.
Listen, I just can't imagine being with somebody who I just don't believe them. That's not fun. And who knows down the line, he's got a lot to prove. But I just think you've already started the initial process of breaking away. Do you really want to go back and start this all over again with somebody you don't even trust? You don't give somebody another chance. They have to really, really earn it. And it doesn't feel like he's earned it.
You're so right.
Well, I wish you luck. I know it's not easy. Trust me, I know. It ain't nothing you did.
Thank you so much, y'all.
No problem. Mano's like, just have a threesome. That's not always the answer. All right, well, that was Ask Yee. 800-292-5150, just in case you couldn't get through. And when we come back, Marvin Bing is going to be joining us. We're talking about Just Us. They have a whole summit going down in Philly this week. I'm heading out there Thursday morning. So are you, right, Mano?
That's right.
I'll be hosting her Blueprint Designing Justice Through Her Lens Women's Just Us Town Hall Bruncheon. So get ready for that. But you're going to love this conversation to see what you can do also. It's Way Up.
And I'm back.
We about to do this. One of the most famous women in radio. We're talking about Angela Yee. You're Way Up with Angela Yee. Please believe that.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and excited to have Marvin Bing here with me. How you feeling today?
I'm good. Thanks for having me, Ange.
A real change maker. And we're getting ready for the Just Us Idea Summit Ideas Week. So tell us about that first and foremost.
So Just Us Ideas Week is a little platform I created.
Not a little platform.
Not a little
Stop
platform.
doing that. Okay.
A lot of my career has been behind the scenes. A lot of things you've seen around social movements, I've had a hand in over the course of the last 15 or so years. You know, I'm a product of the foster care system. Met my father in jail for the first time. My mother was killed when I was 4. So I wanted to get back to those communities, and I felt like this is going to be my legacy, and this is what I'm going to work on.
There's a lot of people who aren't represented in that space, and a lot of people who also feel like they don't have a voice. No one cares about them. They feel forgotten. And those are the most important people to advocate for and to strategize with, because sometimes people feel like even voting doesn't matter.
True story. I mean, even one of our, cornerstones of our platform is, we have a president who is a convicted felon. What does that mean for all the people in America who have a felony record that can't run for office and can't even vote? So even the stuff that we're doing is like, how does that triangulate into policy change in states that are still punishing people who have been in prison when it comes to voting, or again, running for public office? If he can do it, anyone should be able to do it.
We do see some things getting challenged, right? But the average person is like, how do I play a role in any of this?
Exactly. And that's what Just Us Ideas Week is a platform for average people who've been through these systems that are set on paper, help to rehabilitate, support, and guide. But oftentimes we know it causes more trauma, more destruction, separations from our families. So we're trying to bring everyone together that's been impacted by the criminal legal system to really just have a moment of, you're not alone. We're in this together, and really attack and focus our collective energy to building something monumental that this country really hasn't seen in terms of a united front.
Right now I'm talking to Marvin Bing, the founder of Just Us. What are some things that you've seen just from last year, just some strategic things that you saw implemented after the summit last year?
There's been minor changes in certain states, and I get this question a lot in terms of like, well, what are you actually building toward? What is all this for? And for me, it's simple. I want to create the AARP for people who've been in prison. I want to create like a labor union for people who've been in prison, right? Like, what's our space? Like, what's a space where if you've been impacted by any of these systems, really, where you could come and get the same type of advocacy, services, protection, defense, legal support that all these other groups always maintain, NRA, right? You ever see anyone attack the NRA and what happens after that attack? Here they come.
Yeah.
It should be the same thing for people who've been in the system. We should have a structure and some sort of like entity that you attack one, you attack all.
Right.
And that's exactly what we're trying to build toward.
What can people expect from Just Us Ideas Week?
Energy, a recommitment to collaboration, an ego-less, selfless clarion call to get active, to do it together, and to recognize their own power. Like, we are the power. No one should be elected in this country without going through people who've experienced the justice system.
Right.
And if we band together as a collective, what's the song? Ain't no stopping us now. So, yeah.
And where can people go to sign up if they want to?
JustUsIdeas.org is free. Just Us Ideas on Instagram. If you have a relative, friend, family, you know somebody that's been incarcerated, they got somebody currently incarcerated that has a relative in foster care, anyone been in juvenile detention, tap in. This is for us.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I will be there. I'm excited, and thank you, and I appreciate you and the work that you're doing.
Thank you for this.
Well, thank you so much, Marvin Bing, for joining us. You can watch that full interview on my YouTube channel, Way Up With Yee. And when we come back, you guys have the last word.
Your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. And Maynard, what a day.
What a day.
Every time I don't see you for like a few days, it feels like
it's a lot going on
apart.
Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, yes, today is Taco Tuesdays at Cup. Thursday, we're actually having an event. We're going to be having a mayoral debate watch party at Cup. And so we'll be watching the mayoral debates.
I'm pulling up for that.
Yeah. It's
going
to be good. Hosted by New York City Votes. And you get a chance to see the mayor's debate, the potential mayors for the Democratic Party debate. So we got to know who's running for office and what they're saying. And the only way to do that is to hear them talk directly. So I'm excited for that. So whatever city you're in when you're voting, make sure you pay attention to those debates. It's important. All right. Also, thank you to Marvin Bing for joining us. Just Us. We'll both be out there in Philly on Thursday. We're talking about social justice, and this is your show, so you have the last word. And if you haven't watched Straw, we got some spoilers. It's Way Up.
Hi, Angela. This is Melvina. I feel that Straw was a very good movie. I have been through a struggle in life where everything went wrong in one day, and I thought I was going to lose my mind. And it continued, and I just thought, why me?
Man, I want to thank True Greene for giving me a job and the opportunity, man. I feel blessed. It's Corey from Bartlett. Thank you.
Way Up with Angela Yee.
We turning up.
Way up.
Hey.